What's good, YouTube? And welcome to the house. I wasn't gonna do a video today. I went with my wife to Six Flags. We had a wonderful time, and then I get home, I sit down on my computer, I click on the Yu-Gi-Oh organization, and there's a freaking Fusion God card out there. I haven't got to read any other cards that are within this article, but I have got a little bit of a look at the picture of this, so I really want to see what it does. I kind of have a couple of ideas from the anime, especially with who's on the cover. It's in the Duelist of Gloom. So this is the rebranding and repackaging of Legendary Duelist, which is odd to me. Legendary Duelist was very successful in its marketing and turning around what Duelist Pack were known for. They were kind of stigmatized as junk packs, things that didn't have much value, and they did a great job of really pushing cards in them, of course, along with short prints. Let's just go ahead and get into the cards and talk about marketing more, especially with Marik packs. There's some things to note there. We have Egyptian God Slime, a water aqua fusion effect, level 10, 3000, and this takes an aqua monster plus a level 10 water monster. Where would Marik get one of those besides Metal Reflex Slime or something like that? Must be either fusion summoned or special summoned by attributing one level 10 aqua monster with 0 attack, in which case you don't use polymerization. I'm pretty sure Metal Reflect is a level 10 and not a level 8. This card can be treated as 3 tributes for a tribute summon, so you're trying to summon a god card. All right, we get it. You just got the Sacred Beast support, and now we're making god card support. Cannot be destroyed by battle. Your opponent cannot target monsters you control for attacks or with card effects, except Egyptian God Slime. Alright, the payoff definitely is not worth it. I'll have this card for collection purposes, period, as long as it's not short printed in the ground and other collectors are, yeah, I want that too, and it ends up being like 20 plus. I will take me one of those if it's cheap, but seriously, I just think this looks freaking badass. It's really freaking cool, and it's why I sat down. So anything else is kind of a bonus, although the effect is lackluster, and the rebranding of Legendary Duelist also weird to me. We have Machine Emperor Weissel Infinity Synchro Swords. These are Mech Lords! They're remaking Mech Lords! What are you doing? You went back. This is one of those typings that was so almost there that if they got something like a Spiral Double Helix back in the day, in terms of, you know, going back in time and just giving a little bit of brokenness, this could have taken off. People tinkered and tried to make this work so much. So this is really Mech Lord Emperor Weissel, Synchro Absorption, Dark level 1 Machine, Special Summon effect, but despite being level 1, is 2500 attack and 2500 defense. Is this the strongest level 1 in the game by that stat? Cannot be normal summoned or set. Must be special summoned by its own effect. You can only use this card's name's first effect once per turn. During your opponent's turn quick effect, you can send one face-up Mech Lord monster you control to the graveyard, special summon this card from your hand. So that's only going to be able to pop out during the opponent's turn, but I guess like if they target something you have, they're trying to take care of it, you just blip and you're out. If this card was special summoned, you can target one monster your opponent controls. It cannot attack for the rest of the turn. So in the battle phase, it shuts it off. This is not being the most effective thing. I see something a little bit off screen. I see a Jinzo card. I'm sorry. Jinzo is literally my favorite card besides Summon Skull for classic Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's a quick play spell. Oh my god, this looks badass. Okay, let's finish this card. When a card or effect is activated that would destroy a card or cards on the field, quick effect, you can tribute this card, negate the activation if you do destroy that card. That's like an archetype specific to pop out on your opponent's turn, but it could stop Lightning Storm, so maybe if you can get a Mech Lord engine going good enough because of this pack, some interesting things could start to develop in the metagame. It is also a level 1, you're not machine duping it or anything crazy. Let's get to the next card. I'm sorry, I can't wait. I'm like a kid in a candy store right now. Cyber Energy Shock, so probably like Jinzo Energy Shock or something like that. Quick play spell. You can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. If you control Jinzo, target one card on the field, destroy it. Then, if it was a trap, you can apply one of these effects. Negate the effects of one face-up card on the field until the end of this turn. Each Jinzo you control gains 800 attack. you only apply one, so you're not getting both. I would assume most of the time you're gonna end up negating the effects, but Jinzo being 2400, this poor boy gets run over by the 2500 to 3000 gang so much, and it looks like a perma boost to Jinzo. But please don't do what you did to Summon Skull. Please don't make everything suck. Jinzo, with Jector and everything it has, can do so much, and I love this. Now, of course, control decks don't, but, you know, Alter guys can bounce him back to hand. There's so many other decks. I like this a lot. This is a great start, and boy, do I like this art to begin with. Anything with Jinzo and the art, I really like. This old school design really brings a lot to Yu-Gi-Oh! Where you have the gruesomeness, yet the trench coat-like appeal. It is so freaking awesome. And I usually don't like monsters with skulls. That's where Summon Skull's at. Konami, I know we've had our differences. I know that you probably don't want to break a card like Jinzo, and you don't think it's that nostalgia gripping. People love Jinzo. Also in the OCG, like, I'm going over to Japan. They have an ultimate rare Jinzo. That's one of the things I'm hoping to hunt down over in Japan. Hopefully this news doesn't spike the price over there, because stuff like the Sacred Beast actually did spike in price ultimate rares. I've kind of have like a checklist of stuff I'm going to collect in the OCG. So yeah, this isn't the only big news if you're about to click off the video. We had the GAMA Expo of 2020. It's the big show for stuff like board games and card games, and they announced Toon Chaos, of course, confirmed for June 19th. We already knew that. We're getting the Sacred Beast structure deck July 10th, so that will be after the WCQ, but it is confirmed. I was in DZ's live stream chat the other night, and people are like, we're not going to get this. We didn't get the Warrior structure deck. Just talking like they know. I hate people who talk without any bias when it comes to stuff like that. Check your facts. You could speculate we might not get it. Please say might, but they were just straight up, no, we're not going to get it. One day later, that's all I have to say to the people who were like that. Also, in my own stream chat, people were wondering, would we or wouldn't we get Battles of Legend? Here it is with the Chaos Emperor Pendulum for July 24th. What's kind of hilarious about this is that this is one of the ultimate Chaos monsters, and Toon Chaos is up here instead. So the reprint comes, also Rise of the Duelist date confirmed for August 7th. So before YCS Minneapolis, we get another shake up. When it comes to this set, people in my own streams were like, with Toon Chaos, we're probably not getting Battles of Legend, John. So a little more speculative than definitive, like in the good old DZ live chat. But when it comes down to this set, I had to explain that Toon Chaos is structured like Shadows in Valhalla, where you get 2 TCG Premier kind of typings. And I remember how even with Shadows, one of the Valkyries like got leaked to us from the core sets or something like that first. I forget which Valkyrie it was, but it was really funny how the OCG had their hands on it first. But Toon Chaos is more like Shadows in Valhalla, and it's a 60 card set. You have the 2 unique typings. They're looking at Toons, they're looking at Chaos. You'll probably get something reprinted, kind of like how we got Invoked in Shadows in Valhalla. Probably something like that will pop up here. Please don't do Invoked again like that. As much as I want it for the WCQ, it probably lands for something like Battles of Legend instead of short printed once again in another side. Konami, don't do that. Place it smartly. But it is looking like with this lineup, we're not going to have a chance for a ton of the reprints we'd be quenching for. Like, please, Konami, bro, please. Until after the WCQ market. But we are going to kick up and out with YCS Minneapolis being the same kind of weekend as Worlds. So we do already have an event to look forward to on the horizon. And it'll be weird to go into this market with price crashes happening, but an event on the horizon for the first time. Usually we don't know when they are. A lot of people aren't planning their travel and that kind of stuff. Speaking of travel, a lot of people are spreading misinformation about events being closed down, and I've seen Julia have to make posts on this. I know, it's a word that gets us demonetized on YouTube going around. Do not believe information unless it's from an official source. Screenshots can be manipulated. You definitely have different things that are going around with people saying, oh, don't go to this event, it's canceled. Don't believe news until you hear it. period from the source, which will be Konami. I also know other card games like Bushiroad are literally encouraging Skype duels and stuff like that. What an era to come back to. But don't believe news until it's on an official source, like Yu-Gi-Oh! Organization here, or from a Konami employee / Konami's mouth. Wait for those confirmations before going wild and canceling trips and plans that you have. It is scary out there, but you know what? We're the Zoomers who get to take advantage of these price drops while the Boomers are scared of death. That being said, thank you for watching today's video and the news. What do you guys think of this Duelist pack? It definitely doesn't live up to Legendary Duelist. Maybe that's why they went away, because, like, I'm very excited for the Jinzos, but none of these effects feel like maybe meta warping. Well, we got spoiled lately by Legendary Duelist 2, didn't we? Like, Bane and Gold were very good, and so yeah, Legendary Duelist evolved to this apex for their last sets, and now maybe it's taking it a step back. Let me know what you think of this new Duelist pack, we'll call it for now, to undo their rebranding, and how you feel. It definitely feels collectible, and I'm excited just for that aspect.